You're running faster than ever, but feeling emptier inside. Deepak Chopra asks, are you ready to transcend the chaos? Most people think peace comes when life slows down. But here's the truth. Life won't slow down. You must rise above it. Stay with me until the very end, because what I'm about to share could be the shift you've been waiting for. The doorway out of overwhelm into a life where love, beauty, and joy are your daily companions. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the ground, the noise begins. The alarm screams, notifications flood your phone. Your to-do list is already longer than yesterday's. Coffee becomes fuel, not pleasure. Breakfast is a transaction, not a ritual. And before you realize it, you're already running to catch up with a life that never slows down. This is the hustle. This is the chaos. This is the cage, the silent epidemic. We live in an age of constant acceleration, more deadlines, more responsibilities, more screens, more expectations. Everywhere you look, someone is moving faster, achieving more, posting their highlight reel while you drown in the backstage of your own existence. And deep down, you feel it. The weight pressing on your chest, the anxiety humming under your skin, the quiet question that haunts you at night. Is this it? Is this all life is? This is not just your story. It is the epidemic of our generation. Ethan's race against time. Ethan is 35. He has a stable job, a good salary, a family that loves him. From the outside, people think he's made it, but inside, Ethan feels like he's suffocating. His days are filled with back-to-back meetings, emails that never end, deadlines that multiply faster than he can cross them off. He works late, misses dinners, stares at his children's faces through photographs instead of presents. And every night, as he collapses into bed, exhaustion whispers, "Tomorrow will be the same." Ethan is not lazy. He is not ungrateful. He is simply lost in the race, running so hard that he no longer remembers why he's running. Maya's quiet desperation. Maya is 28. She's ambitious, talented, and determined to prove herself in a world that seems to demand constant proof. Her Instagram shows smiles, brunches, and achievements. But behind the screen, her heart races with anxiety. She scrolls late into the night, comparing herself to everyone else's highlight reels, always feeling one step behind. She meditates for 10 minutes because an app told her to. She journals because someone said it would help. She buys self-help books, but never finds the time to finish them. And still, she feels empty, because every practice becomes just another item on her endless to-do list. Maya is not broken. She's simply overwhelmed, caught in the chaos of trying to be everything at once. The trap of hustle culture. Here lies the trap. Hustle promises freedom, but delivers chains. We are told, work harder, push longer, prove yourself, and then maybe you will be free. But the truth is, the more you hustle, the deeper you sink. Why? Because hustle is built on a lie, that your worth is measured by productivity, that rest is laziness, that joy must be earned, that love is conditional. And so, like Ethan and Maya, you become a prisoner of endless doing. But here's the mystery. Why, even after achieving milestones, does the emptiness remain? The mirage of success. Think about it. How many times have you said, "When I get that job, I'll finally relax. When I find love, I'll finally feel whole. When I make enough money, I'll finally be happy." And yet every time you reach the milestone, the finish line moves. The job becomes stress. The love becomes conflict. The money becomes never enough. Success, in the hustle's definition, is a mirage. Every time you arrive, it vanishes. So the question deepens. If success doesn't satisfy, what will? The cost of chaos costs more than fatigue. It costs your presence. You sit at dinner, but your mind is still at work. It costs your joy, Laughter feels forced, moments blur together. It costs your health, your body aches, your sleep is shallow, your breath is shallow. It costs your soul. You forget how to marvel, how to breathe, how to simply be. And here lies the greatest cost. When life is lived only in hustle, beauty becomes invisible. You don't see the colors of the sky. You don't feel the warmth of the sun. You don't taste the food you eat. You don't hear the laughter of those you love. The chaos steals the very essence of living, the prison you cannot see. Here is the cruelest truth. The prison is invisible. No walls, no bars, no guards, just the endless loop of doing without being. That's why most never escape. They don't even realize they're imprisoned. They call it normal life and they call it responsibility. They call it the way things are. But inside, their souls whisper, this cannot be all there is. The hidden longing. And perhaps, if you are honest, you felt it too. That longing for stillness, that ache for peace, that hunger to taste love, beauty and joy again, not in grand achievements, but in the simple, ordinary moments. You don't just want a bigger paycheck. You want to breathe without anxiety. You don't just want likes on your posts. You want to feel truly seen. You don't just want a vacation once a year. You want every day to feel alive. This is the longing that the hustle cannot answer. The endless question. So here we are, Ethan running until his soul goes numb. Maya scrolling until her spirit feels empty. You, caught between endless tasks and a quiet hunger for something more. And the question grows louder. If hustle doesn't bring peace, if success doesn't bring joy, if chaos only costs you life itself, then where does peace come from? Where does joy live? Where can love and beauty be found in a world that never slows down? The edge of revelation. This is the threshold, the edge of discovery, because Deepak Chopra's words cut through the noise. Feeling overwhelmed by life's hustle, discover how to experience love, beauty, and joy in every moment. Are you ready to transcend the chaos? The invitation is clear. The works are not outside, not in the hustle, not in the chase. The works are within. But how do you transcend? How do you experience love, beauty, and joy when the world around you is drowning in noise? That is the mystery we must explore next. Imagine for a moment that the chaos is not the enemy. The noise, the hustle, the endless rushing, it is not what steals your peace. What steals your peace is believing that you must drown in it. Deepak Chopra asks a different question. Feeling overwhelmed by life's hustle, discover how to experience love, beauty, and joy in every moment. Are you ready to transcend the chaos? The forgotten choice. Most people believe peace is found when the world slows down. They say, when work gets lighter, I'll breathe. When I make more money, I'll relax. When life calms down, I'll finally feel joy. But life doesn't calm down. The emails don't stop. The bills don't vanish. The deadlines don't disappear. If peace depends on the world slowing down, then peace will never come. This is the forgotten truth. Peace is not the absence of chaos. Peace is the ability to transcend chaos. But how? The call of awareness Chopra points to the doorway, awareness. Awareness is the act of noticing without drowning, of stepping back from the storm and realizing you are not the storm. Your thoughts race, but you are not your thoughts. Your body rushes, but you are not your body. Your tasks scream, but you are not your tasks. You are the one who notices. You are the witness. You are the awareness itself. And in awareness, there is freedom. But here comes the new question. If I am awareness, why do I still feel chained to the noise, the illusion of identity? Because you've mistaken yourself for the chaos. You've said, I am busy, I am stressed, I am overwhelmed. And by claiming these as your identity, you live them as truth. But Chopra invites you to a radical shift. What if you stopped saying, "I am overwhelmed," and instead declared, "I am the calm within the storm"? What if love, beauty, and joy were not things to chase, but qualities already within you, waiting to be noticed? This is not wishful thinking. It is a different lens, a lens that changes everything. But can simply shifting awareness really change your experience? Maya's awakening Maya, who once scrolled late into the night comparing herself to others, tried something different. Instead of asking, "Why am I always behind?" she paused. She noticed the question. She observed her own racing thoughts, and in that moment she realized the thoughts were loud, but she was the silence behind them. For the first time, she felt space. She breathed deeply. And in that breath, beauty revealed itself. The softness of her blanket, the rhythm of her breath, the miracle of simply existing. Nothing outside changed. Her job was the same. Her notifications were the same. But inside, she discovered a doorway to joy that hustle had hidden. Ethan's awakening Ethan, drowning in deadlines, sat at his desk one night staring at his glowing screen. His chest felt heavy, his shoulders tight. Instead of pushing harder, he closed his eyes. He noticed his breath. He whispered, "I am not my tasks. I am the one who notices." At first it felt strange, like pretending, but as he sat there, his body softened, his mind slowed, and suddenly the weight lifted. He was still in the storm, but he was no longer the storm. And in that space, he noticed something he had long ignored, his daughter's laughter from the next room. He got up, walked over, and for the first time in weeks, played with her without distraction. That moment was love. That moment was beauty. That moment was joy, and it was always available. He had simply been blind. The mystery of presence. This is the essence of Chopra's call. Presence. Not the kind of presence that demands hours of meditation in a cave. Presence in the ordinary. Presence in the now. Because love is not in the future. It is in the moment you choose to notice. Beauty is not in the achievement. It is in the breath you're taking now. Joy is not in the milestone. It is in the silence beneath your thoughts. But here lies the deeper mystery. If joy is always available, why do we miss it so often? The thief of attention. Because your attention has been stolen by screens that shout louder than silence, by schedules that value productivity over presence, by voices that say, "Hustle or you're nothing." Attention is the currency of your soul. And when it is spent entirely on chaos, nothing is left for love, beauty, and joy. So the call is not simply to pause. The call is to reclaim attention, to bring it home, to point it toward the miracle of now. But how do you hold attention in a world that constantly steals it? The edge of the trial. Here is where the next trial begins. It is one thing to taste presence for a moment, in meditation, in silence, in a breath. It is another to live it in the storm of daily life. How do you remember love when emails pile up? How do you notice beauty when deadlines scream? How do you feel joy when the world demands more and more? This is the real test, the one Chopra invites you to face. And in the next step of this journey, we will confront that test head-on. We will discover the practices, the disciplines, the inner shifts that allow presence to survive even in chaos. Because awareness alone is not enough. It must be lived. The call has been given. Love, beauty, and joy are not found in some distant future. They live in the present moment. But here's the test. How do you hold that truth when life drags you back into chaos? Because the moment you try, the trials appear. Trial 1. The gravity of distraction. Ethan wakes up early, determined to start his day differently. He breathes deeply, savoring his coffee. For a moment, he feels calm. Then his phone buzzes. A single notification pulls him back. 5 minutes later, he's lost in emails, his heart racing again. This is the first trial, the gravity of distraction. In a world engineered to steal your attention, presence is rebellion. Every app, every screen, every headline is designed to keep you from noticing the life unfolding right in front of you. The practice, awareness without judgment. Instead of hating the distraction, notice it, breathe, gently return to now, again and again. Presence is not never drifting. Presence is always returning. Trial 2, the weight of expectation. Maya sits in a meeting. Her boss talks fast, pressure rising. She feels her chest tighten. Inside, a voice whispers, "Be perfect, don't fail, don't show weakness." This is the second trial, the weight of expectation. We are trained to believe our value depends on performance. That worth is measured by output. That joy is earned after achievement. But Chopra reminds us, love, beauty, and joy are not rewards. They are states available now. The practice, conscious pause. Even in the meeting, Maya can feel her breath. Even in the pressure, she can soften her shoulders. Even in the storm, she can remember, I am more than this role. I am awareness itself. A pause is not escape, it is power. Trial 3, the pull of habit. Ethan drives home after work. His intention, to be fully present with his family. But the moment he walks through the door, habit takes over. He checks his phone. He half listens. He nods while his mind is still at work. This is the third trial, the pull of habit. Our bodies memorize chaos. Anxiety becomes a rhythm. Hurry becomes normal. Even when nothing demands it, we rush. The practice, ritual of return. Ethan learns to create a simple anchor, a moment at the door, placing his phone aside, taking one deep breath, saying silently, I am here. It is a small act, but small acts break old patterns. Trial 4, the shadow of time. Maya practices mindfulness for a week. She feels lighter, but then she asks, why am I not transformed yet? Why do I still feel anxious? This is the fourth trial, the shadow of time. We are addicted to speed. We want instant results, immediate breakthroughs. But presence is not a hack. It is a practice. The practice, trust the unfolding. Instead of asking, why not yet? Ask, can I simply be here now? The seed of joy grows slowly, but surely if watered daily. Patience is the soil where transformation takes root. The practices of transcendence. Chopra does not leave us without tools. He offers simple but profound practices. 1. Breath awareness. Wherever you are, notice the breath. It is the bridge between body and awareness. Inhale presence, exhale tension. 2. Mindful pauses. Before entering a room, speaking or reacting, pause. Ask, am I here? 3. Savoring the ordinary taste, your food slowly. Notice the colors of the sky. Feel the warmth of a hand. Beauty hides in what you ignore. 4. Gratitude shifts each night. Name 3 moments of love, beauty, or joy you experienced. Train your mind to notice them. 5. Silence daily. Even 5 minutes without noise. No phone, no music, no distraction. Just being. Silence reveals the self. Ethan's breakthrough. One evening, Ethan sits with his daughter. His instinct is to check his phone, but he remembers his anchor. He sets it aside. He looks into her eyes as she tells a story. For the first time in months, he listens fully. No rushing, no distraction. And in that moment, joy overwhelms him. Not a joy bought, not a joy achieved, but a joy noticed. The world outside is still chaotic, but inside, he has transcended. Maya's breakthrough. Maya walks home one night exhausted. Normally, she would scroll to numb herself, but tonight, she lifts her eyes. The sky glows with colors she hadn't seen in years. The wind brushes her skin. A stranger smiles at her and she feels it, not as background, but as beauty. Tears rise. Not from sadness, but from awakening. For the first time, she realizes joy was never gone. She was your trial. And you, yes, you are not exempt. You will face distraction. You will feel the weight of expectation. You will battle old habits. You will grow impatient with time. The question is not whether trials come. The question is whether you return. Because the power is not in never falling out of presence. The power is in always returning. The loop to climax. But even with these practices, even with these glimpses of beauty, a deeper challenge remains. Because sooner or later, you will face the greatest trial. The voice inside that says, chaos is who I am. Hustle is my identity. Without it, I am nothing. That is the death every soul must face. And beyond that death lies the true transcendence Chopra speaks of. The state where love, beauty, and joy are not moments you visit, but the ground of who you are. That is the climax we now approach. Every journey ends with a death, not the death of the body, but the death of the identity that kept you small, tired, and blind. Because you cannot carry both selves into the future. You cannot be the frantic and the free. You cannot be the restless and the peaceful. You cannot be the blind and the awakened. You must let one die. Ethan's release. Ethan sits at his desk one evening, the screen glowing in front of him. For years, this desk was his prison, this screen, his chain. Tonight, he feels the old panic rise. His chest tightens, his heart races. The voice shouts, "Work harder, or you'll lose everything." But instead of obeying, Ethan exhales. He whispers, "I am not this chaos. I am awareness itself." And something inside breaks. The old Ethan, the one defined by hustle, by deadlines, by scarcity, dies in that breath. In his place, a new Ethan is born. One who still works, still provides, still lives in the world, but no longer as its slave. He is free. Maya's release. Maya walks through the city at night. Neon lights flash, cars race, people rush past. For years, this chaos mirrored her own heart. Always behind, always comparing, always restless. Tonight, the old pattern pulls her again. Her phone buzzes, the urge rises. Check it, scroll, escape. But she stops, she looks up, she whispers, "I choose presence." And in that moment, the old Maya dies, the one addicted to proving, to comparing, to needing validation. In her place, a new Maya is born, one who feels love not as something to chase, but as something to radiate. Your release. And now, it is your turn. You have carried the chaos for years. You've worn hustle like armor, though it crushed you. You've mistaken stress for strength, speed for progress, exhaustion for purpose. But now, in this very moment, you stand at the threshold. Deepak Chopra's words echo, "Discover how to experience love, beauty, and joy in every moment. Are you ready to transcend the chaos?" This is the choice before you. Cling to the old identity, or let it die. And if you let it die, even just in this moment, you will feel it. A quiet, a stillness, a love that doesn't need permission. A beauty that was always here, a joy that rises from the silence beneath the noise. This is transcendence. The revelation. Here is the revelation. The world outside did not change. The deadlines remain, the bills remain, the noise remains. But you changed. And when you change, the world cannot touch you the same way. The storm still rages, but you are the calm within it. This is not escape, this is mastery. Because to transcend chaos does not mean you abandon life. It means you finally live it. The crown of presence. So here is the crown placed upon your head, not by the world, but by your own awareness. You are not the hustle. You are the presence. You are not the exhaustion. You are the stillness. You are not the noise. You are the silence that notices. And in that silence lives everything you sought, love that fills you, beauty that surrounds you, joy that never leaves you, not someday, not after success, now. The final benediction. So let this truth echo in your heart long after these words end. The chaos does not define you. The hustle does not own you. The world cannot drown you. You are presence. You are awareness. You are the one who transcends. And in every moment you choose presence, life reveals its secret treasures, love, beauty, and joy. This is the death of the old you. This is the birth of the awakened you. This is the moment you finally live. Are you ready to transcend the chaos? If you are still here, it means you've already done something extraordinary. You didn't just watch another video, you walked through the fire of chaos and glimpsed the doorway to transcendence. But remember, insight alone changes nothing. Transformation requires a seal, an action that tells your subconscious, this is who I am now. So let's turn this ending into a ritual. First, press like. Not for me, but as a declaration that the old self, the one ruled by hustle and overwhelm, is gone. Every click is a small death of chaos. Second, hit subscribe. Because transcendence is not a single moment, it's a practice. Each video here is designed to remind you, to guide you, to walk with you as you keep choosing presence over noise. Third, and most important, go to the comments and write these exact words. I transcend the chaos. Type it slowly, feel it as you write. Let each letter become a seed planted deep in your awareness. Because when you inscribe it, you're not just leaving a comment, you're impressing the new identity into your soul. And if you want to take it further, share. Where in your life will you choose to notice love, beauty, and joy starting today? Because this is not about someday. This is not about waiting for life to calm down. This is about living now, awake, present, alive. The chaos is loud, but you are louder. The world is fast, but you are timeless. And from this moment forward, you are the one who transcends.